Yeah, that's what I said. Everywhere I go, they find me. Somebody tell me what the fuck they want from me. Send me cast of the evil. Oh, hell no. Dirty ass. Damn, I forgot about that. Use this dirty ass thing. Is that, who the heck is this? What in the world? Who the heck is this perfect? Damn, he's tall. I don't know who this is. A weirdo, I know that. Oh, good lord. I'm just looking at Facebook and looking at some weird ass shit all the time. How you doing, Paris? I'm good. How are you? Hey, Mystical. How you doing? I'm good, Paris. All's good. Had a nice dinner. I had chicken on the barbecue with some potatoes with my nephew, just me and him. And Diamond's been acting crazy since the retrograde started, and she's being very naughty. And I want to kick her in her ass. She's being very weird. I think her age is catching up to her, and she's gonna see now. How's Layla doing during this retrograde? You're doing awesome, good. Me too. I'm awesome, but I always tell everybody I'm fine. It's just my dog and people and everyone around me is going crazy. She's pretty chill. That's good. Well, I tell you what Diamond's been doing lately. For the past 2 weeks, she will pee on the well, she's been peeing on the grass forever, right? She'll go, we have tile all around the pool. And she has to walk on the tile to get to the grass so she could pee and poo and do her thing, right? So the last 2 weeks, I've caught her peeing on the tile before she gets to the grass. And I say, no, don't do that because I don't want her to pee on the tile. I want her to pee in the grass. If you poo in the grass, then why the heck are you peeing on the damn tile for? And ever since the retrograde started, she's been doing that. And she's never ever peed on the tile ever. She knows she has to pee on the grass. It's a normal thing for a dog to do. You know? And tonight, she peed on the tile twice. And I said, no, don't do that. And she's like, fuck you, I don't care. I'm gonna pee on the tile anyway. She ain't paying me no mind. She didn't pay no attention to anything I said. She's being very disobedient and naughty. I want to kick her in her ass. That's what I want to do. Hey, Starlight, how you doing? I'm talking about my dumb dog. And I don't get it. Like, I don't understand why she's doing that. It don't make no sense. And I'm kind of mad at her because she's doing it. I even like when she was peeing on the tile earlier, I shoved her and she just looked at me as if to say, "Leave me alone, I'm peeing." And I'm like, "You could pee, but not on the damn tile, you dumb dog." So yeah, she's been going crazy the past 2 weeks and just it's that, and then she's huffing and puffing like the world's coming to an end. And she's been just acting crazy, very disobedient. Yeah, see, there you go. I always change Diamond's food. I always change Diamond's food like every day. Like I give her like a can of pedigree one day, I give her a can of something else the next day. I'll give her chicken one day, beef the next, turkey the next day. I'll give her like different. I never give her the same crap every day. But she's been very like naughty. Hopefully she changes because I don't want her to like just pee any damn where. That pisses me off. Yeah. See, she Diamond eats anything. She don't care. She'll eat whatever comes to the table. She doesn't have any allergies or anything like that, thank God. But she's got dumbitis. She's been really dumb lately, like doing dumb things. I don't know. She's just weird. Right now she's snoring and dreaming on the ground, and her feet's going like this, and her tail's wagging. I don't know how she just goes to sleep while I'm talking. She just doesn't care. Hey, Teresa. Oh, nice. How was it? Starley said full moon vibes. Yep. Oh no. Yeah, they're definitely feeling something. Well, I'm glad somebody else's dog's acting crazy because this damn dog, I want to beat her ass sometimes. Obviously, I'm not gonna hit her because I don't hit animals like that. I give her a little spank on her butt. My sister spanked her butt yesterday too because my sister saw her pee on the. I was in the pool and my sister was on the side talking to me, and then she gets up and all you hear is all the pee splattering all over the tile. And my sister's like, "No, Diamond, don't do that." And she didn't even care. She just looked back at my sister like, "Fuck you, I'm peeing wherever I want." And then when she came over to my sister spanked her on her butt. I said, "You're a naughty dog. Don't be peeing on the floor." And she still does it. I can tell her, my sister tells, and she just does whatever she wants. I just don't get it. And she'll pee in that same spot over and over and over on the tile. But thank God it's nowhere near the pool because I don't want her pee to go in the pool, obviously. But she's been very weird lately. Like, very weird. Yeah, exactly. That's why, like, I don't get it. Like, why she's doing it. Yep. It's crazy, Paris, because I don't understand. Like, how could you be living at this house your whole life for 10 years and you know fully well that you have to pee in the grass and you poo on the grass too? So what? Like, I don't get why she does that. And then, like, I thought it was because the grass was high and I didn't cut it. So when I cut the grass has been cut for like a couple days now, and the grass is still low. And she'll go to the opposite side of the house and she'll pee on the grass. She'll pee over here on the grass in front of my apartment. But when she goes like past the gate, she can go right to the grass. It's not like she has to walk far. She can walk right on the grass within 2 steps. But she'll go ahead and then she'll look back at me and pee on the tile. And I'm like, really? You got to be kidding me. And like, I don't want to shout at her, right? Because then everybody's going to hear me. And it doesn't matter if I shout because she's still going to pee anyway. So what I do is I take the water hose and I hose it down and push it towards the grass. Yep. They're a pain in the ass. That's what they are. That's why I told my sister I'm never getting another dog again. Because I'm not putting up with this childlike bullshit behavior that she's been doing these past 2 weeks. But it's ever since the retrograde, because we call her a retrograde dog. Because my brother and my ex-brother-in-law, he bought her on the retrograde. And I told my sister, oh, great. He's bought a damn dog on the retrograde. He doesn't even know what he's doing. This damn dog's going to be a nuisance. And definitely she is a damn nuisance. I mean, I love her to death. She's not a bad dog, but she just does the dumbest things that I just can't understand why she does it. Hey, Joanna, how you doing? So I don't know why she does it, but she's just acting weird lately. I don't know. But she eats perfectly fine. She eats her treats. She eats her food. She doesn't really fuss about food or anything like that. She doesn't have any like serious problems or anything. She's just like brainless, I guess. And I just wish that she wouldn't pee on the tile like she does. I just want her to pee on the grass and not give me more work to clean. But the main thing is she's healthy and she's okay, even though she's a pain in my ass. Damn dog. She's lucky to have me in her life. She peed on the tile outside of by the pool. She's been doing it a lot lately. Instead of peeing on the grass that's right next to the tile like she always does, she peed twice on the tile today outside. Like, I mean, it's outdoor tile and it's not like, some luxurious tile. It's like tile that's meant for outside around the pool perimeter. But there's a pathway that goes towards the pool and she pees on the pathway all the time now. For the past 2 weeks, since the retrograde started, she's been peeing on the pathway. And my sister saw her with her own eyes yesterday. I said, see, look how dumb this dog is. She's peeing on the damn tile. And she's never done that before. Never. She'll come off the tile, she'll go on the grass, and she'll pee on the grass. Every single time. And then ever since the retrograde started, bang. She's doing everything opposite now. Yeah, I hope that that's the case, Starlight, that it's only a phase. It's just like this chat right now. The chat has everybody's name different in here. Did you notice that? Our names are different in here. It's at whatever. It's never like that. I don't understand what the hell's going on. But between the retrograde and the full moon, I'm not surprised at this dumbass shit that's going on. I have no idea why the chat's showing everybody's different name. I have no idea why it's doing it. It's like the dumbest thing ever. It's like, what the hell is going on here? Why is it like that? Even my name is at Marky Mark 9811. Like, what the heck? Well, I know the energy shifted, but it's still like it needs to shift for everyone. Like every single person and every single animal and everything on earth. That's what I wish the shift was for everyone, and shift for good. Like, so everybody just stays smart instead of dumb. Yeah, it's got one more day left. Yeah. And then you got post retrograde, like they always say, but it's just weird, you know? A lot of this retrograde didn't affect certain people, but it definitely affected Diamond. She's been weird the whole time, like super weird and super like dopey, and she's been doing a lot of dumb things, and she's been acting crazy. She kept me up at night the other night, panting like she was in Arizona, like 110 degrees in the desert or something. And I'm like, I'm not hot at all. It's perfectly fine in here. It's like 65 degrees in my apartment. My AC is on, the fans on down here. She's not panting right now, but at nighttime she'll start panting like a dumb dog, and I'm like, what the hell is this dog doing? Like, I'm like, what the hell is she? What? Why is she going crazy at night and when I go to sleep? And I'm like, this don't make no sense. So then last night she was pretty quiet. She did act up in the very beginning, and then I heard her go like that, right, really loud. And I was like, oh yeah, must be you something wrong with you, damn dog, right? So then I heard her sigh really loud, and then after that I didn't hear her no more. And then I woke up at 5:55 today, right? So I woke up at 5:55, and then I started laughing. And then I went back to sleep and I got up at like 7. I went downstairs and Diamond was waiting for me, and she's looking at me, and she gets up and she's like, yes, I get some water. I give her some water first thing in the morning. And then I take her outside and I leave her out there so she could pee and poo and do her thing. This morning when I left her outside at 7, I went back inside and I went back to sleep. And I'm so glad I did, because I slept from like 7:15 to 10 o'clock, and then my dad called me and woke me up, and I was pissed. And I was like, if he didn't call me, I probably would have slept a little more, because I've been so tired and like getting frustrated at night listening to her pant, and or something else will happen, or that idiot the other night that beeped while I was live. They beeped when I was asleep, that, and then right after that I was pissed. And then like it's just weird. It's like dumbass dreams. This retrograde and all that has been, it makes everybody go, it makes a lot of people go nuts. Joanna's like, poor dog. Is sleeping. Yeah, that's probably it. Starlight. Poppy's going crazy. What's up, Dan? How you doing? Back from insurance number 51 being put in the rafters. Oh, cool. I know that must be a good feeling. But yeah, she's been acting crazy. And my nephews are normally acting weird anyway, so nothing new with them. My sister had a lot of delays with the flights, cancellations with her flights while she's been away during the retrograde. And that's been like, she said it's definitely the retrograde mark, because all the flights were canceled, delays and all sorts of bullshit. And and I was like, you gotta be fucking kidding me, you know? And so she was like, yeah, I know the retrograde isn't affecting me, but it's affecting my plans. And I'm like, yep. I said, that's how some retrogrades are. It'll affect you like with sickness. It'll affect you with electronics. It'll affect the people that you know, your dog, your cat, whatever, the whole 9 yards. Like, it's just a joke. It's just something's got to happen. It's fucking annoying. But it's nothing major. It's just like frustration stuff. That's all it really is. Just frustration shit. Yeah, I'm glad that I caught her there. Yeah, she's having a good time. She pulled some oracle cards for everyone. I went in there at the last 5 minutes. I caught her because I went in there before and then it wasn't working, and then I came back afterwards and I saw it, but I weren't getting her notifications. I don't know why. Probably the retrograde. Yeah, so it's always some bullshit. But yeah, I finally got her. I caught her in her alive in her camper. She's okay. She said the internet sucks, but um, she's okay though. She's having a good trip. I'm glad that she gets out there, Dan, and she does her thing. And I know it's tough without her husband and stuff, but at the end of the day, he's with her. So I'm just glad that she's not home soaking and feeling sorry for herself or something like that, and actually going out there and doing things. Good for her. I'm happy for her. I'm telling you, to drive a camper like that by herself, and she's doing good. I'm proud of her. I definitely am proud of her. But that's the thing. She knows that spirit's with her, helping her out. She'll be fine. She will be fine. She's been through a very rocky road. I've seen her go through the journey, and you know, I always pray for her and make sure she's okay because I know she deserves some happiness after all the bullshit that she's been going through with all sorts of shit. But I'm just glad she's okay. Yes, crazy dog. I'm talking about you. I talk about you a lot on my damn lives because you are a pain in my ass. Damn dog. Yeah, I agree. I agree she does. Yeah. I mean, obviously there's a lot of people in the world that's never witnessed or never had those things that happened to her happen. So only she knows. But I know what it's like because people tell me. And I remember when my auntie lost her husband, she was devastated. And I remember going out to Portugal to go see her. And the first thing she says was, I believe in God and I love God, but I wish God would have took me with him. That's the first thing she said to me. And she started bawling her eyes out. And I'm like, oh, great. I ain't even been here for 30 seconds. And then she's like, oh, he loved you so much. You were like a son to him. And he always thought that you spoke very good and this and that. And then she was telling me all the things that he said about me. And she was 18 years without her husband. And then she passed away. But she was brave too. My auntie, my godmother, she was brave. She was she traveled she went to she came to Bermuda twice in those 18 years, and she also by herself, and she doesn't know a lick of English, hardly anything, just basic shit like yes and no and okay, you know. So and when she came here, she went to go enter the door and she tripped and she fell right in my arms and I held her. She goes, "Oh my God, Mark, if you didn't hold me, I would have like bashed my teeth in on my face." I said, "I wouldn't have let you fall. Hell no." But she didn't see the step, and I said, "Watch the step." And then it was too late. She tripped and she fell right in my arms like that. And she goes, I said, see, I said, I was here for a reason to make sure you didn't trip. Well, you did anyway, but I held you. Thank God you didn't fall. Shit. Imagine that coming off the airplane, going into the door, and you trip and fall, and then your whole trip's ruined. But she was so happy to see, her great nephews, because my nephews were born around that time, and it was two there, and my mom was taking care of the two oldest ones, and she was there, and she was taking care of them, and she couldn't have kids, so she always liked to be around kids, and she did a lot. And then when she went to she went to, I think, Boston twice to go visit her first ever nephew. He invited her to come out there, and she took her niece's daughter, which is my cousin, to with her, which was, so she was like 12 years old at the time. Yeah, even though she didn't have her husband, she still did what she had to do. Now, my other auntie that left me in her will, she she gave up on life pretty much. She didn't want to travel. She didn't want to go nowhere. She just went home to the store and home to church. And if somebody came and got her and took her somewhere, she would go. But she just like kind of was like, devastated. And she was without her husband for like 16 years. So I know it's definitely hard. I've seen my aunties go through it, and I know a lot of people go through being a widow or a widower. That's a hard life to live, especially if you're gonna be without that person for a long period of time. But I'll never forget my godmother said, if I had one wish, I wish God would have took us both. He says, if you're married and you live to see, your life together and you're with each other and you're ready to die, God should have made a plan where you both die together so you're not without each other. And I said, well, technically he still is with you, just in a spiritual form. She's like, oh, that's not true. And there's nothing like a physical presence. I said, I understand, but I'm trying to like let you know that he's still around you. He's not gonna leave your side and he's gonna make sure you're okay. But see, some people don't believe that stuff, you know. Oh, that sucks. But that happens. Like some people don't even know who their parents are. They're adopted, and that's another thing that I could never imagine being. Imagine like growing up and you're looking at the people who raised you, and you're like, I don't even look like you damn people. Imagine that shit like that. That's a hard thing to understand. That's a hard thing to deal with. People. That's why I don't like when people complain too much, because and I complain about stupid people. That's all. I don't really complain about life and things like that. I'll complain about my dog peeing on the tire or something, but I'm not a complainer about life itself. I know life has its ups and downs, and I accept that. And I accept the fact that life is not gonna be perfect. But there's a lot of people who have a shitty ass life, more and mental shitty life, thinking about who the hell their parents is, who their real parents are, whether they're gonna be see them or not. And then there's people who never have children and never can have children, and then when they see people with their kids, it mentally drains them. There's so many things I could point out to people, right, and bothers people. But I want everybody to understand that that's just the way it is. It sometimes it's not meant for you in this lifetime. It's not meant for you to have certain things. It's not meant for you to do certain things. It's not meant for you to be married. It's meant for you to, you're not meant to be married. You're meant to be single, or you're meant to go through like bullshit relationships and never get married. And then if you fight that and you do, it probably will go backwards anyway. It'll probably be a disaster because you push too far. And we have free will. We can go against things, but some people have morals and values and don't want to go that far. But there's a lot of people who like don't get it. And they complain about their lives. And then you have people like the guy that lost his 16-year-old boy on a bike accident last month. He lost his only child. He only had a child for 16 years, and then the child had a bike accident and passed away. So now those people can't even have kids anymore because they're too old. And now, you know, they lost their only son. It's not like you have another one to fall back on or to have. So like how fucked up is that? You see? Like a lot of people just don't value their life, but they're too busy worried about what they can and can't do, or what they can and don't have, what they have and what they don't have. And then you should just thank God that, or thank spirit, that you're not dying from something, or you're not in the hospital, or you're in debt, or you don't have nowhere to live, or no job. You're too busy worried about the things that you can't control or are not meant for you. That's why, like, people just don't get it. There's always somebody that has a worse situation than you do. And there's people who are sick every day that have to take pills every day, like my dad. He has to take pills to live, or else he's fucked. You know? There's people who have to take medication every day. It's like a person who has to take a needle for insulin for diabetes or whatever every day. I couldn't imagine doing that. I just couldn't. And that's why I always say things like this, because I want people to know it always could be worse. It always could be worse. Like, you should give thanks for every day you live in a home, having a job to pay your bills, being healthy, having your parents alive, having your siblings, your nephews, your nieces, your children, whatever the case may be, like your pet. People don't give enough gratitude for what they have. They're always worried about what they don't have and what someone else has, and why you and why me, and oh God, God did this to me. No, God didn't do anything to you. God gave you free will. So you can go do the things that you want. Go ahead. Right? Go do what you got to do then. Go have a relationship with a moron. Go have a relationship with a hoe. Go have children from people who ain't going to support you. Go do this and go do that. Go do all the things you want to do then. And see where that's going to get you. Okay, Dan, make sure you thoroughly wash your butt. Okay? Behind your ears. But that's crazy too, Star. Like, your grandmother siblings left in the 1900s, and never seen her ever since. That's crazy. But it was it meant to be like that? Like, it was it like, were they cool with each other, or they just didn't have communication, or they just left and just didn't care? Could be a lot of things, right? And that's like my mom. Out of everybody in her family in Portugal, she was the only one to migrate to Bermuda. But they've all visited here. But she and worked here, you know. And but she's the only one who left. And some days when she has hard times here, she'll say, I wish I would have never left Portugal. I wish I would be still there. I would have been with my family. And she didn't see some of her sister's funerals because she couldn't afford to go out there, or it was just a bad time. So she's like, my mom's been through a lot too, because her family's big. But at least she went to her brother's funeral last year, and she went, and she was like really happy to go, because that's her only brother. and my older sister went with her. So I was like, thank God she gets to go to one of her siblings' funerals, for fuck's sake, you know. And now my mom's the only one left out of five. My mom's the youngest. So her mom's gone, her dad's gone, her siblings are all gone. All my mom has is her husband and her kids and her grandchildren. That's it, which is good enough. But all her immediate family, like her siblings and stuff, are all gone. Her aunties, uncles, everybody's gone. She has one sister-in-law alive and one brother-in-law alive. That's it. Everybody else is gone. She speaks to her sister-in-law. She's in Canada. She speaks to her every like once a month. But her brother-in-law, he's a weirdo. He speaks to my mom maybe once, maybe twice a year, maybe. Like on Easter or like Christmas, he'll call or something like that. And he's like 86, I think. And my auntie's 84, I believe. 83 or 84, something like that. So yeah. And my dad, he has a brother here that's younger, which I don't really like him that much. He's only nice to me when he wants something. Yeah. I mean, I know a lot of people have family issues and things like that. Yeah, it's true. Yeah. Yep. I mean, I have a brother and two sisters, and I don't really get along with my older sister and my brother. They're both very selfish and very. Uh, they're always complaining about life, and they don't do anything about it. It's everything they talk about is money or themselves, and I just can't deal with people like that. I hate that shit. And they don't even care about nobody but themselves. Every time they talk to somebody, it's about them. They never say, "Oh, how are you doing?" By the way, you'll never hear that come out of their mouths. They're weird, and they don't really do much for my parents either. My older sister does more than my older brother, me and my brother, but that's about it. But I do the most for my parents and my youngest sister. We do everything for my parents, but those two, yeah, right. Hell no. They don't really do much. But there's a lot of people who really don't give a shit about their parents. They're like, oh, yeah, I don't want to deal with them. They're old and let them live their life. I'm not going to help them. And, I'm not going to spend my money on them. But yeah, your parents spent their time and money on you. But it's okay for that, right? Hey, Sophie, how you doing? Yeah, I'm only close with my youngest sister, and she lives in the house next door, and I'm over here. So we've been best friends for a long time. You know, she always she depends on me a lot, and she's probably the only person who's really helped me with my business and my life. She's like we're the only ones who help each other. We're a good team. We're a good brother sister team. We do what we have to do. We help each other, and that's all that matters. Yeah. We've been through her and I's been through a lot this last 2 years because of that bastard, her ex-husband, and still dealing with his dumb ass. But um, we won the battle and the war, so we're good. Hey, Lucky, how you doing? Yeah, we were just talking about our puppies, our doggies. Starlight has a dog too. And Lucky, how's your kitty cats? Poor baby. My number one complainer in here is Lucky. Sheila, I'm getting by. I'm tired. I'm exhausted. I'm a Cancerian. I'm a little crab that stays in my hole with my pinchers, and I come out and I snap at all of you and tell you, my shit. You know. It's 11:11 here. I wish that all of you have a great weekend. I use my wish on all of you. Oh, well, that's good, Lucky. So he's better now. That's good. She's got a couple cats, and they've been sick, but now they're okay. That's why I'm asking about her kitty cats. That's good. I'm glad he's better. I don't know. That's one thing I don't like is seeing people and animals suffer. I can't handle seeing that. That aggravates me, especially an animal, because a lot of people that are suffering is self-inflicted. So I ain't got really time to deal with them. But if a human being is suffering and they can't really, and it's just happened to them and it's not self-inflicted, I'll feel sorry for them. But if it's self-inflicted, then that's your problem. I ain't gonna feel sorry for you. You did it to yourself. But animals are innocent, Well, that's what happened with my ex brother-in-law. He used to kick Diamond, shout at her, and he used to hit her when he had a chance. And one day I saw him kick her, and I was like, "Yo, don't do that shit ever again. Like, don't kick the fucking dog. You stupid or something? Like the dog's all burns and small. Like, what the fuck you doing?" I wanted to kill him, but I couldn't do anything because it's his dog. It was his dog at the time. Now she's mine, and that's why she's 100% better now. Yep, I wanted to beat the shit out of him that day. I told him, I said, "Hey man, don't kick the damn dog. What the fuck is your problem?" "Oh well, she did that." I was like, "Yeah, well, don't hit her. That's gonna make it worse." So he didn't care. I've told this story a few times, but yeah, that day I honestly thought I was gonna beat his ass because I can't stand seeing that shit. Yep. But just now, when she peed on the tile outside, like a dumb dog, I put my hand in her face and I said, "You're naughty. You're not supposed to pee on the tile." And she's like this. She's blinking her eyes and she's like, but I don't hit her. I just put my finger on her face like this. And she's like this. She's blinking her eyes. And it's kind of funny, right? And I'm like, "Don't pee on the tile. I told you no." And she's just looking at me, blinking her eyes and like, "Yeah, whatever, whatever." It makes you want to beat the crap out of them, right? Well, she knows though, because when he left the house, when he left the house like 2 years ago, um, I'll never forget it. She got better and better by the day. It's almost like it's not almost. She knew he was gone. Like she sent dogs are not dumb. They can smell, right? And they know. They don't see the person and like, okay, that fucker's gone. He used to beat me, shout at me, forget to feed me. He's the type of person could never have an animal. He couldn't even handle his kids. But I wish I knew, like I wish I can like know what she thinks right now, you know? Like I wish I knew what she was thinking about that guy right now. She must be like, "Pff, I could care less about that idiot." You'd be like, I got you, Marky, you're good. You treat me good. Well, that's the thing. If you go into the water, you're in their turf. You know what I mean? You go in the water. If you're going in the water, an octopus and every other animal that lives in the water is going can attack you. And you're taking a risk by going into the ocean. The ocean is not a human place to be at. Even the zoo is their habitat. You know, the zoo is where they live. I haven't seen that. No, people here in Bermuda eat octopus. I don't like it. I don't. I would never eat an octopus in my life. Hell no. My mom and dad does. My dad doesn't eat it that much, but my mom and my brother do eat. They eat octopus, and some fishermen kill them for bait. Yeah, see, I don't like squid either. I can't eat that. That's gross. Ugh. I eat squid for bait. The only thing I eat out of the water that people say is gross is mussels, clams, and lobster. They're like, ooh, I'm not eating that. That's gross. I'm like, good. I'm glad you don't eat it. That means it's more for me. And lobster season's coming up. 3 more weeks. Yeah, baby. You're gonna see my lobster picks in 3 weeks. September 1st, lobster season starts. I'll be eating my lobster. Everybody's like, ooh, I hate lobster. One of my friends, he's allergic to seafood. And I was like, oh good. What you mean good? I said, good, that means more for me. He laughs like crazy. Oh, that's cool, Sophie. At least you got to eat good food, fresh food from the ocean. Shrimp, I love shrimp. Yeah, I mean the zoo can be good and bad in my opinion, Starlight. I understand totally what you're saying. But the zoo is a place where they're safe. They don't have to be in the wild and get eaten or, shot at or destroyed or die. At least in the zoo they have like a couple of the animals and they can live in like a somewhat natural habitat. So it's good and bad. It all depends on how they treat them, right? Like you said, some zoos can be cruel. I totally agree with that. But in a zoo, a lot of them are safer in a zoo than in the wild. Some animals. But an animal being locked up is not good. I don't like them being, like that. But if they're happy, then hey, so be it. You can release an animal back out into the wild and then they can die the same day or the next day. It's sad. Yeah. Well, we don't have anything like that here either. In the We don't have a zoo here. We have an aquarium. and it's like kind of like half zoo, half aquarium type of thing here in Bermuda. And there's flamingos there, one big ass alligator that's been there for like maybe 40 years or something, maybe longer. I have no idea. I don't know if it's the same one, but there's a big ass like alligator there. I believe that I don't know if there's any monkeys or anything, but I know there's like a lot of birds there. Like I said, the flamingos, a lot of fish. They have turtles. They used to have like two seals in a pool, but I don't know what they have now. I can't remember. I haven't been there in years. That's something I'd like to go to. I haven't seen like the aquarium forever. But we don't have giraffes or elephants here. It's impossible to have that shit here. We have like a lot of regular animals and things like that. We don't have no tigers or lions or anything like that. We have a lot of cows, goats. We have cows and goats here. We have, I would say the biggest animal we have here is horses. The biggest, largest animal we have is a horse and a cow. That's it. There's like no endangered species here or anything like that. There's none of that shit around here. Bermuda's too like small for that shit. Yeah, we don't have bulls or anything. We have a lot of cows. There's a cow farm right about 5 minutes away from me. It's pretty. I mean, I've been to like a big ass zoo and seen a lot of with cool animals, but I would love to go to Africa one day and I go in there. It's like go in a jeep and see there's like real ass lions and shit. And I don't want to be attacked by one, obviously, but I would love to see one in real life. I would love to see one. Actually, no, the biggest animal in Bermuda is a whale because we have whales in our ocean. On land, cow and horse. In the ocean, we have big ass whales that you can see from like you can see them jump up and come and go around like humpback whales and all sorts of big ass whales and shit in the ocean. So there's actually like a boat that takes you out to see the whales every day. You can actually see them from the roadside. There's a place called Southampton Princess. It's a hotel, and right on like the corner, if you stand there and you got like your phone or like your binoculars, you can see it. You can see them coming out of the water and shit. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I've seen it with my own eyes. I've seen them come out of the water and all that. So we don't have no snakes here. No snakes. The only thing I don't like here that crawls is centipedes. We have big centipedes here and they're gross. And I've killed a few of them in my lifetime. I've seen a big ass one. I don't even like talking about them because they're creepy and they're nasty, and I don't want to see one ever again. I pray to God every day I don't see them. I don't want no damn centipedes around me. That shit's gross. But yeah, that's one thing that will hurt you and sting you and can do damage to you. That's for sure. Ugh. Oh, killer whales in the sea. Sea World. Yeah, we had like a place here called the Dolphin Show. We had like cool dolphins and shit. It's pretty cool. We had dolphins and stuff. We actually have a place here that's called the Dolphin Quest, where you can like hang out with the dolphins and swim with them and stuff. Yep. Stone Age. I thought Ireland was different. I thought Ireland was like a different type of place. Yeah, I know Texas has a lot of crazy shit. I wouldn't want to live in Texas. Hell no. Fuck that. We don't have scorpions or black widows here. We have wolf spiders, which is like pretty big and they're nasty and they're hairy. I actually killed one like maybe 2 months ago. It was in the games room and I've never seen one that big before. It's gross. Every time I go up there, I look around. I'm like, fuck, I hope there's no more in here. Creepy crawlies. Ugh. Yeah, we have shark. There was a guy fishing in Bermuda. Every year, like the sharks come here around this time because the ocean is warm, right? But there was a guy that filmed a great white just a couple miles offshore, and we don't really have too many great whites around here that get seen. But we've never had a shark attack here. Like there's some guys who go surfing here. Like my cousin, he surfs here from time to time, and they said they've never seen a shark come after them or anything because we don't have seals here. And like a seal got lost here one time, and someone found him and bring him in and cured him, and then they put him back into the water. But we don't even have seals around here. But a seal, we had a hurricane. I think it was last year we had a hurricane, and in August last year, it's gonna be like a year this month, and a seal got washed up somewhere like in the on our ocean, and the seal was like kind of old, and we don't even have seals around here. But we had one come here, it got washed up in shore, and then they took him in into the aquarium and they fixed him up, and then they put him back into the ocean. Yeah, see, we don't have shark attacks here. I don't think there's ever been a shark attack here ever because sharks don't want to eat people here. The sharks here are like, look, I want some food. I ain't worrying about no damn human. You know, like there was a hammerhead shark here in the ocean like every year, and it swims around people and don't even touch them. People were filming it, and he was just swimming around. He would look at the people and he'll go. He's like, I don't want you damn people. You taste like crap. I need some lobster or something. If I was a fish, I'd be eating lobster. I'd be eating other fish. I ain't worrying about no damn human. Hell no. That's it's not natural for them to like, you know, eat humans anyway. But they do. They want something else to eat. Yeah, but here we don't have like snakes and shit like that. Yeah, we have tons of jellyfish here and Portuguese man of war. Going in the ocean is very risky here because of the jellyfish and the Portuguese men of war are everywhere. And but fish attacks, no. Even the whales have never capsized a boat. The whales have never attacked a boat here. Never. I've never ever heard of anything like that in Bermuda. And that these boats are out there fishing all day, and the whales never bother the boats. You know how you see on these videos the boat, like a guy will be in the boat and a whale would like hit the boat or something. It happened like the other day. Again, there was a video, viral video. But here in Bermuda, that shit don't happen. It's very weird. You know, I mean, I'm glad it doesn't happen. I'm so grateful it doesn't. But like it's weird how that happens. How like in Bermuda it never happens, but it happens everywhere else. Yes, Diamond, I heard you. You having a great time licking yourself and making all sorts of noises? Huh? You good? I told everybody on here that you're naughty. And if I could kick your ass, I would for peeing on the tile. But I told them I wouldn't do that. But you're still naughty. She's just looking at me like, Yeah, whatever, bro. What's the matter? Hmm? Hmm? There's nothing for you to eat. It's water. What's the matter, Naughty? Hmm? Why are you looking at me like that? You're looking extra lazy. All you do, eat, sleep, shit, pee. Eat, sleep, shit, pee. Oh, dang, tarantulas. Oh, hell no. Yeah, I ain't dealing with no snakes and no tarantulas here. No, no. Hell no. People ask me that a lot. Oh, you live on an island, so you must have all these snakes. I'm like, no. What do you mean, no? I said, no. No snakes here, bro. Oh, yeah? All of that? This dog is so dumb. Now she's gonna act up. She's mad because there's no water in her bowl. What do you want? I know what you want. You need a smack on your butt. You don't even know what you want, do you? Yeah, I know. You want me to pet you and you want a butt rub. She's right here next to me. I can't show you because the camera doesn't come this way. But she wants me to rub her back. She's such a pain in my ass. Why are you huffing and puffing all of a sudden? The sun didn't come up. What's your problem? You want some water? Huh? I'll give you a little bit of water. I'm not giving you too much. Let me just give her a little bit of water. I'm only giving you a little bit. You understand? Just a little bit. I don't think I'm gonna give you a whole fountain full of damn water. You ain't gonna pee all over my damn floor. Kick your ass. Oh, Seahawks, yeah, shit. I forgot about this. Hell no. You good? You good now? I know you don't want to go to your bed, don't you? She finally sat down. Good. Pain in the ass. Oh hell no. Anacondas are huge. Fuck that. Yeah. I'm sure. That's why I'm so glad I live where I live. I'm so blessed to live in Bermuda. We don't have to deal with none of that bullshit. The only thing I worry about living here is hurricanes. That's it. Hurricanes are my biggest fear. That's the only thing I fear. And they said that there's a hurricane coming towards this way next week. They said it might come here, or it might go get here, or it might go in between the United States and Bermuda. It might curve up. They don't know. They're just speculating. And I'm like, yeah, yeah. I don't want to hear it. I don't want that damn hurricane come here. That's the last thing I need is another hurricane. We just had one last year. We don't need. I want it to be one. My wish is for 1 year for us to be hurricane free, like nothing at all. Like just please, just 1 year where I don't have to like worry about a damn hurricane. Just leave me alone. Go out in the sea and go swimming and fishing. Leave me alone. Don't come to Bermuda. Little ass an island like this, and you want to come over here and bother us. Leave us alone, damn it. Oh, that's good, Starlight. I'm the only one you need to know in Bermuda. Yeah, I know Texas gets hurricanes. I know that, and tornadoes. Yep. I was worried about all my friends in Texas after that. There's flooding. The floods that happened last month, where everything was flooded and people died and stuff. I was like, oh shit. I gotta find out how to contact my Texas friends. Yeah, I mean, there. Even though we get hurricanes here, it doesn't completely destroy your house, because our houses are made out of concrete. If anything, it'll blow off your roof or cause damage. But nobody's gonna be without a house. Like our houses are solid. So yeah. So we're blessed to have like concrete houses, and our houses don't fold in a hurricane, or we can still live in it afterwards. The only messed up thing about a hurricane is going through hours and hours and hours of it, and then no electricity for a long time. You have to have a generator. If you don't, you're screwed. And then a lot of places you can't even drive on the road for the first 3 days because they have to clear the roads out from trees and power lines and everything else. There's still a 10-year-old girl missing. No, that's yeah. As soon as I saw the news, the floods in Texas, I'm like, oh shit, I better contact my friends. So, but everyone that's from Texas that came in here said that they weren't affected by it. So I was like, okay, good, thank God. Yep, that's for sure. These guys, my nephews, went crazy. I think it was last year when we had the hurricane. It was August 16th or something like that. We got a hurricane. So it was like a 1 year anniversary of the last hurricane. And the I never forget we were without internet for like 4 days straight, and electricity. And sometimes we get internet before we get our electricity back because our generator is working and can hold a whole tank of propane for 4 days. And last year I knew it was for real because the tank actually lasted to the last drop, which was a miracle. I still can't get over that. But we were blessed last year to only have 4 days of electricity taken from us, and we had to run the generator for 4 days straight, which is not a bad thing anyway because it gets to run. But yeah, we were without electricity 4 days, without internet for 4 days, but we have data on our phones, so we were using our phones with our data, our data, whatever you call it. So yeah, we had that, so we were good, and that was working fine. Starlight, you said I don't watch any TV or news for years. That's a good thing. I don't really watch the news unless I have to, or there's something that I feel like I want to watch on the news. I don't even watch the local news here. I don't even care. Usually Facebook is my news. Somebody on Facebook could be like, "Oh my God, so and so died, or so and so did this, and so did that. Oh my God, did you see this?" And I'm like, "Okay, I don't need to watch the news because all these idiots put it up on Facebook, so I can just see everything on there." But the thing is, when you come on YouTube, the main page that you come on, it says like the breaking news or whatever happening in the world. So I don't even need to watch it because I just see the clips on here. So I'm good. But I don't actually say, okay, it's 7 o'clock. I got to go watch the news. Hell no. I don't watch soap operas. I don't watch movies that much. Probably once in a while, I'll watch a movie if it interests me. But I watch sports all day, every day. My channels are always on sports. And that's all I do. I watch sports all day. And even my feed is all like sports stuff. If I'm not doing that, I'm on here. And that's about it. I don't really watch like a whole. I don't watch TV all day every day, and the only thing I watch the most is the weather, because the weather determines my day. So if it's raining, I know I'm not working outside. I gotta find something to do inside. If it's hot as shit like it is now, I'll stand inside and I'm working inside. So either way, I always, you know, check the weather every day. That's what I definitely do. That's something I check every single day is the weather. I check the radar to see when the rain's coming, or if the radar is clear. I always look out for like thunderstorms, and so I can be prepared to unplug things. And I'm always prepared. The weather is a big part of my life, so I always make sure I'm over prepared when it comes to hurricane. That's why all these hurricanes are being talked about right now. The weather station is going crazy because there's two storms right next to us brewing, and they can either come to us or they can go near us or they can go other directions. But this week is going to be very critical for me coming up because my sister goes away on Tuesday. She comes back Thursday. And next weekend is apparently when these storms are supposed to get closer to us. So I have to start to prepare and make sure that everything's working. We have everything we need. We have, you know, we're prepared. So this week's going to be busy for me. And I also have to make sure that if a hurricane does come, that my parents' generator is working, they have gas for it, so that way, you know, they can deal with it. So yeah, it's a pain in the ass. But I'm thinking about getting my mom and dad a different generator for this season, because I have like my old generator there, and it's such a pain in the ass. And I want them to have like a small portable generator that runs off of like a battery or something, because they've increased the generator for like seniors. The seniors have like a nice chance to get a good generator these days. So I was thinking about getting them a mini generator just so they can plug in like the water heater, the pump, and like the refrigerator. I was thinking about getting something for them that will run those things because they need to get a shower, they need hot water, they need the pump to pump the water, and they need a refrigerator so they can have their food. The gas stove, the gas stove is fine, so they have that, and that's all they really need. And get them a nice flashlight or something so they can see. But I hope I don't have to do any of that. We don't get no hurricanes, so that's good. You had a few storms a months ago. No electric, no reception of phones. We just about had 4G. We had no water, no electric before everyone nearly lost the plot for no phone. Yeah, yeah. Well, that's the thing. Even though I have a generator that runs the entire house on propane for 4 days, that generator could run the house. But what about everything else? Like, what about like if it breaks down? What am I gonna do? I need ice, I need water, I need a cooler. So we have a couple coolers here, and what I do is if I what I do is I get a couple bags of ice and I put it in the freezer and I leave it there, and if I need it, I'm gonna put it in the cooler, and then I'll turn. We have two refrigerators. So what I told my sister is I'm gonna disconnect the garage refrigerator and put everything in one refrigerator, so we only have to run one and use less fuel. And then she's like, "Oh, that's a good idea." And then what I also do is I unplug things so it's not running, so the generator can last longer, like the fuel will last longer. And that's what I did last year, and it actually worked. And I proved that it worked for 4 days. So I'm like, yeah, I felt so proud of myself. Because my ex brother in law, he used to say, "It doesn't work like that. You can't do that. That generator's." I'm like, okay, jackass, you think you know everything, you know? Hey, Teresa, glad you made it home. But yeah, I remember the generator broke down one year, and we were like pissed. And it was my ex brother in law's fault that it happened because he didn't check shit before the storm. I'm just thinking that he did, and we were so mad at him we wanted to kill him. And then he ended up going to a hotel. Everybody ended up going to a hotel except for me, and I was stuck, here dealing with the house while he was at a hotel with electricity. And then right when he got at the hotel, the electricity came back on. And I was like, that's karma for you, bastard. Take that. It was so funny. My sister goes, I can't stand this man. He's so fucking stupid. And now we're at this damn hotel. And he says, well, we paid for the night. We might as well stay here. And meanwhile, you got electricity at home. We could be at home. And I was like, well, you married the jackass. So that's your problem. But now we don't have to worry about that no more. I'll never forget that. I was like, karma, that's what you get. So I was like, yeah, you should have stayed home. You should have stayed home, jackass. But you didn't. Didn't. Oh my god, this thing is so stupid. I wish I knew why why this stupid thing does that. And I have the volume like all the way down. It still acts crazy. I guess the retrograde is making my phone stupid too. I don't know. I can't explain stupid things because I'm not stupid. But yeah, Starlight, I'd agree. I agree. People need to get all their supplies and stuff, and you know. But a lot of people don't prepare themselves because they automatically think everything's gonna be okay. They act like they're me and have belief and faith in God when they don't. Well, it's all good. But I honestly, I pray every day that we don't get a hurricane because I really want to break this year. I want it to be. I've stressed this like a million times. I told everybody I speak to, I'm like, I just want 1 year. Because in the last 15 years that I've lived in this fucking house, it's been a curse for hurricanes. And where I live, it's not fun to be in a hurricane because I live up high. And my front of my apartment right here over this side is all open and nothing's blocking me. So I get the full blown beat down on this side. Hey Virgo, how you doing? I'm doing good. I'm just complaining about the retrograde and how it's made everybody stupid, except for me and you. I miss you too. I hope you're doing good. I know we always talk about retrograde making people stupid, but it's made my dog stupid too. She goes outside and pees on the tile instead of the grass. I was just telling everybody how it's made her go backwards and, you know, retrograding. A lot of things have been retrograding, but thank God tomorrow's the last day. And hopefully everything goes back to normal. Then we got the Aquarius full moon. So, I'm aggravated. People I'm telling you, it definitely happened this time, Virgo. It definitely happened this time. It definitely bring a lot of shit up, that's for sure. I just like something when the retrogrades come around, I'm like, oh God, I'm gonna deal with pure problems. Usually my parents have all these problems and I have to go fix shit. And then I tell my sister, see, mom and dad are the retrograde king and queens. Every time the retrograde comes, they call me to fix shit. And this retrograde, it didn't happen. They didn't bother me. They were this retrograde. It was my dog peeing on the tile, my dog panting at night, acting crazy, my dog being stupid as shit and doing all these dumbass things. And I'm like, what the hell is wrong with this damn dog? I'm like, yep, the retrograde got her this time. It didn't get my parents, it got her. And then it gets all these people that I know that aggravate the shit out of me. But the electronics have been fine. I remember the beginning of the retrograde, I had microphone problems on here, but that was about it. Yeah, major transit on the 12. Yeah. I know there's a lot of planetary action going on. And I know the full moon is in Aquarius, I believe. So I know it's gonna be wonky and crazy. Yeah, see, and my sister said that my sister was supposed to go. My sister went to Vegas for a work trip, and on her way back, she was supposed to fly United Airlines, and United Airlines grounded all their planes the day she was gonna leave because all the technology was gone, like all the computers went down, so they had to ground all their flights and cancel all their flights for that day. Yeah. She went to Vegas for business, but she got to sightsee and do some stuff, and she said she had a great time. She said the only downfall of Vegas, it was too expensive, more expensive than Bermuda. So she was like, "What the hell?" But she's going on another trip on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday to Boston to go because she's like the buyer for her company. She goes to see the places to buy stuff for her company and stuff. So She's taking a lot of trips lately, and she's going on another one on Tuesday. She's going to Boston for 2 days. Well, I have to be here taking care of the boys and the house and the dog and everything else, but she deserves it though. She's been through hell and back the last 2 years with that fucker of her ex-husband. And I know he must be jealous as shit because she's going on all these trips and she's doing way better than he is. So what goes around comes around. Yeah, it is. It is awesome. Yeah. Yep. I'm happy for her. She deserves it. She's a great mother and sister and person. And she's a good employee. She does her job very well. She ran away with the bosses of the company. So I always tease her and say she's a kiss ass, but she's not. She just does her job. But yeah, otherwise that all is good. You have an aunt here visiting from AZ. Oh, cool. I hope you have a good time. I'm sure you must be her favorite niece. Nice seeing you too, sweetheart. I wish you the best, and it's great seeing you. Thanks for coming by. Yeah, see, I knew you were gonna say yes, I am. How could you not be? You too, Virgo. Nice seeing you. Have a good weekend. It's already midnight. I swear the days are going by so fast lately. I don't know what it is, but it seems like every day goes by fast. Sometimes you be waiting for like time to come and go and shit, and you're like, fuck man, I can't wait for to knock over. I can't wait to do something. I can't wait for this to come on. And it's like next thing you know, you're looking up and you're here again, midnight again. It's crazy, man. The days go by so fast. When I was in school, I used to look at that clock on the wall every day. And I used to say, man, it's only 10:30. We just got recess. Come on, lunch. Then when lunch came, I'd be like, come on, 3 o'clock. We're going to be on the final countdown. I must have looked at that clock in school like a million times a day. I swear I did. I wanted to get out of school so bad when I was in high school. I was like, come on, man. Come on, 3:30. Come on, countdown. I need to get out of here. Somebody save me. And now, time flies. But anyway, I've been on here for like an hour and a half. It's midnight. I'm going to go get out of here. I'm going to go take this damn dog outside, get her to pee on the grass, maybe, hopefully. And I'm going to go get some sleep. I want to go in my bed earlier than I usually do tonight. Usually I get in my bed like 1:30, but it's midnight now. I need to go in my bed earlier. So I've been on here like 3 times today anyway. So, and it's been pretty quiet. So that's good. No aggravations and pain in the asses. All right, ladies. All right, everyone. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Oh, Maria, you're sneaking in here, huh? I knew my pain in the ass is in here. All right. Well, I'm glad you came by, Bessels. Look, another pain in the ass. Look, the twin pain in the asses are here as I leave. Yeah. Bye, Joanna. Good seeing you. Yeah, see, Lucky's in the background, sneak listening. Twinnies are here. My both pain in the asses are here. Maria and Lucky pain in the ass. You guys are something else. All right, you pain in the asses. I'm gonna get out of here. I need to go sleep. I want to get in my bed earlier than usual, so I can get at least more hours in. I'm kind of feeling tired right now. That swim earlier got me tired. I went in the pool and I was like, and I had a nice dinner, so my belly's full. I had a swim, and now I'm gonna go sleep. All right, blessings everybody. Blessings to all of you, and I hope you guys have a great weekend and a good Sunday. All right, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Take care.